This is our third topic of just in this module, and it is understanding coordinates, beacons, and layouts. Now, what are these coordinates and beacons? Coordinates, beacons, and layout, they are fundamental components of land surveying and spatial planning that ensures land boundary are accurately defined and legally recognized. Like I said, if you have a survey plan and there are many things in that survey plan and you do not have these coordinates, you don't have this beacon, then you just have a piece of paper, because they are the most essential that you need to see in a survey plan. Now, what are coordinates? Somebody will ask. Coordinates are numerical values that are usually expressed in east, north, or south location. They show the latitude and the longitude. Now, if you look at most survey plan, you will see something like an arrow showing the north direction. Most drawings in Nigeria, they are always oriented at the north. Now, this will also help your architecture or your architects to know how to position your building. Most times when you just see some buildings, you just see that wind, when you are sleeping in the night, maybe the way they place the window, you are not getting any breeze. Sometimes in the hot afternoon, you see sun rays coming into your building. So it's because that particular building was not well oriented. So in every survey plan, these coordinates are there to show you the north direction and to show you the right orientation your architect should use for every building. Now, we're going to also talk about the beacons. Beacons are permanent physical markers. They are often concrete pillars, mostly in Nigeria, in Enugu. Beacons are mostly cemented. They are placed at the boundary corners of a piece of land. Now, each beacon corresponds to a specific coordinates and a reference point. Now, survey plans typically label these beacons with unique numbers to ensure traceability and to ensure to remove any trace of boundary disputes in the future. Now, let me explain what this means. If you go to Mr. A's plot of land, you are going to see beacons. Like I said, a plot of land is always like this. You have the width, you have the length. Now, okay, let me say something before I say this so that you understand now. There are what we call standard plots. A standard plot has 4 sides. You will see 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, the 4th part. That's the standard plot. Now, there's what we call irregular plot. Have you seen a piece of land that is like this? You just see that land is like this. Or you see the land, if it will be going straight, then it will curve. Any piece of land that is not like this is an irregular plot. That piece of land also has 4 parts. Now, there's what we call the corner plot. In most designs, you will see where they make a street, and any street where a house is, you see that that house is curved like this, so that it will make access to road not to be sharp. Now, a corner plot has 5 sides, unlike a normal standard plot. Now, the tip I'm going to give you is that if you go to any development company and you see different plot of sizes, plot of land, when you see a corner plot, that should be your most interested plot, because number one is much bigger to accommodate space for the road, and most times it has 5 sides, which make the plot sizes much more bigger than other plots. Now, that's just a tip for you. Now, what am I driving at? A corner plot has 5 beacons, but a standard plot has 4 beacons. Hope you are able to differentiate this. Yes. Now, let me go back to what I'm saying. In a standard plot, you will see a pillar. You will see, let me give an example. You see a pillar, they will do it in cement form. They will put a number. If you look at that pillar, you see a number. It is the surveyor that knows that number so that he can trace that number anytime, any day. Even if a plot of land where bushes have grown, when you clear that bush and you see that beacon number, you can trace that beacon, trace the other beacons. When you trace the 4 beacons, you're able to give a dimension of somebody's plot. That is the role of beacon. And in every beacon, you see a coordinate. That coordinate is different from another person's coordinates. It is only applicable to Mr. A's plot of land. So you see why beacons are very, very important. Now, layouts. Layouts illustrate how individual plots, road, setback, and communal spaces are arranged in development or in physical planning. They show the relationship between plot and infrastructure. Now, for example, I want you to take a look at this. In planning, this is what they call a subdivision layout plan. Now, we have almost 2,000 plots of land here, and you want to sell this 2,000 plot of land to 2,000 different people, or maybe some people will buy more than one plot. Let's just say an average of 500 to 1,000 people. Now, how do you differentiate Mr. A plot to Mr. B plot? Now, this is what a layout design looks like. You can see now in this place, it's showing plot 1060, plot 1061. Now, these are the 4 parts. And in these 4 parts, they are going to make beacons. A beacon will be here, a beacon will be here, a beacon will be here, a beacon will be here. Are you seeing it? Now, that's what it means. You're going to get 4 beacons. I'm using this subdivision plan. This is not a survey plan, but I'm showing you that 4 parts of the beacons. Now, if you come here now, you see the way they curve this road. It's showing you that that place is a corner plot. They curve the road because there's no sharp road in planning. Any road that is sharp will lead to accident. So they have to curve it so that it will give the drivers or whoever is coming in a sense of navigation. Now, let me show you this plot. This is the one side, this is the second side, this is the third side, this is the fourth side. Now, that curved area makes it the 5th side. That's why I told you a corner plot has 5 beacons. Now, to differentiate a layout from a survey, you can see a layout is showing something like neighborhood center. You can see shopping mall. You can see a school. So what the layout design does for you, it shows you interconnected and facilities that are in that neighborhood. Any neighborhood you're buying, any plot you are buying, make sure it's in a neighborhood where other facilities are there. Imagine having only a plot of land whereby everywhere is houses. You want to go to market, you have to drive out. You want to go to hospital, you have to drive out. No. So when you're making these decisions for your clients, you have to make it the right way. Or when you want to sell any of your properties, you tell the client, this is a neighborhood kind of layout. We have shopping center here, we have hospital here, we have schools. Yes, most of these places, they have these facilities. So when you tell them you don't need to be driving out and be wasting your fuel and other resources, it gives them a sense of direction that, okay, this place is the place I can raise my family. And it makes them to buy. So I hope you really understand this about layout. Now, you've understood what beacons and what layout is. I hope you really understand this. And we are going to be moving to the next topic, which is types of survey. There are some surveys you will see. They are going to be showing you things that are different from what you know before. This is because you do not know that other types of survey exist. So I'm going to show you this in the next class.